Okay, yeah. All right, good morning. Good evening, sorry. I will type this for you. I had a cold. This means tôi bị cảm lạnh. I had a cold.
Has a cold. Okay, thank you.
All
I
right.
has a cold. Like
Tôi bị lạnh. All right. So, and do you prepare for the lesson for today? I hope you will do well. Đã chuẩn bị cái bài ngày hôm nay chưa? Hôm nay
anh chưa.
anh
Hơi
chưa.
mệt quá.
Okay.
Hôm
How many times did you listen to the video, to the mini story? Do you play it?
okay.
Okay. Do you listen to the mini story audio?
I listen video.
You listen to the video
Listen video
for several times. Anh nghe được cái bài nói như lần rồi nào?
I don't remember. I think I listen I listen 10
10 times. Okay.
10 times.
Yeah. Now here we go. If you listen to this video again 10 times, I just want you read the transcript again one more time. Anh thử đọc cái bài nói là sao nào?
Day of the test. I arrived in Guatemala on the day of the test, November 1st. I'm curious about this holiday, so I go to the cemetery to see what's happening. What I find is quite interesting. The atmosphere is like a party. There are people everywhere. Families are sitting around the grave of the dead ancestors.
Ancestor.
The ancestors. They clean the grave. Ancestors. They clean the grave and ask fresh flowers. I walk through the cemetery and admire the beauty of own colorful flowers. There is also color in the sky because many kites and flying kites
Are flying kite. Many kids are flying kites.
Flying kites. Some families have many kids are flying kites. Some families are having a picnic next to the grave. They eat, drink, and chat together. People laugh and smile. In the United States, cemeteries are always somber. We certainly never have festivals or parties next to graves. We don't not play music or fly kites in cemetery as a.
Either.
I feel that either. I feel that I prefer the Guatemala approach. I like the way they remember and celebrate truths who have passed away. I like that they acknowledge that
Acknowledge that. I like that they acknowledge that.
I like that the acknowledge that instead of denying it's the way Americans do. I like that there is life as well as death in their cemeteries. Guatemala cone is the day of the dead, but it is also a day to appreciate life.
Okay, appreciate life.
Appreciate life.
Mhm.
Appreciate not life.
Appreciate life. Okay.
Appreciate life.
Okay,
Cái
appreciate
từ là
life.
gì?
Nó là một ngày mà tôi rất trân trọng và
Ờ,
Guatemala gọi nó là cái ngày của gọi là thần chết đó, cái chết đó. Nhưng ờm, nhưng mà nó thì cũng rất
okay.
là một ngày mà tôi rất trân trọng cái cuộc sống này. Ok. Mhm.
Okay.
Appreciate, trân trọng, trân quý.
Appreciate thân quý.
All right. Okay, are you ready? Yes. Are you ready? I'm gonna ask you some question about the video, the audio.
Yes, I am ready.
Now, question: why did they go to the cemetery? Why did they go to the cemetery?
Guatemala. Sorry. Like this. Why does you go?
Why did he go to the cemetery? AJ go to the cemetery.
Uh, uh, because uh, he see what's happening
To see what's
uh,
happening.
on the day of the death
Mhm.
in Guatemala.
Okay, to see what's happening. Okay. Who went to the cemetery to see what's happening?
Uh, EJ, uh, EJ, he go to cemetery in Guatemala.
Okay. AJ went to the
EJ,
cemetery. Mhm.
November 1st. EJ, I arrived in Guatemala on the day of the death, November 1st.
Okay. And where were the cemetery?
Mm, in Guatemala.
Okay, in Guatemala. Okay. Mm, what is the day of the death?
Um, Cemetery.
Okay. Mm, what is the day of the death? Cái ngày lễ, cái ngày dành cho người chết đó.
Uh,
Ngày,
uh,
là một cái ngày như thế nào? Ngày lễ hay ngày gì?
uh, this holiday.
It's a holiday. Okay, yeah.
This holiday. Yes.
And when is the day of the death?
November 1st.
Okay,
He
November.
arrived in Guatemala on the day of the death. Yes.
Okay, he arrived in Guatemala on the day of the death, November 1st.
Yeah.
Okay, what I found was quite interesting. Was this boring or was this interesting?
Quite interesting.
What is quite interesting?
A cemetery. Uh, he uh, he went to the cemetery to see what's happening.
We go to the cemetery to see what's happening. Okay, I see. Okay. Uh, okay. How did he feel about the cemetery?
was curious. He curious about this sunny day. I he quite interesting.
Okay, I see. And mm, was this boring or was this interesting?
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
No worrying. He he were quite interesting.
Quite. It was quite
Quite
interesting.
it were quite interesting.
Okay. Mm, well, it was interesting on Day of the Dead, November 1st. Okay. Mm,
Yes.
when was the cemetery interesting?
Um, this sunny day, uh, he arrived in Guatemala on the day of this November 1st. No,
Okay,
no,
on the Day of the Dead, November 1st. Okay, good job. And was the atmosphere very sad?
thank you.
Was the atmosphere is very
No,
sad?
no. I it's it's don't says
It's, it was
it's
not sad.
it's were curious. Not says it were curious.
Okay, it was curious. No, it's not was curious. I am asking the atmosphere. How about the atmosphere in the cemetery?
Um, I it's were like a party.
It was like a party.
Yes.
Hmm. It was like a party.
Yes.
It was like a party. And was the atmosphere like a party at my house?
Mm, low. No, I wasn't. Um,
Okay. The atmosphere was like a party at his house, or
uh,
was the atmosphere mm, like a party in the cemetery?
cemetery, not not it's no it's how
Now, okay. Um, where was the atmosphere like a party?
uh, a cemetery
Okay, in the cemetery. All right. And
into cemetery.
family were sitting around the grave of the dead ancestor. Mhm. Những cái gia đình thì họ ngồi xung quanh cái ngôi mộ của những người tổ tiên của họ
Nó
đã
một người
khuất.
thân.
Okay, where was the family sitting? Where were the family sitting?
Uh, uh, it, graver of the this ancestor family was sitting around the grave of the dead ancestor.
Okay,
Ancestor.
around the grave of the dead ancestor.
Yes.
Okay. Mm, who were sitting around the grave?
Uh, families,
The family. Okay.
the families.
The family.
Yes, the family are sitting around the grave of the dead ancestors.
Okay. The family are sitting around the grave of the dead ancestor. Okay.
Yes,
Were they sitting around the grave of the dead ancestor?
yes, I were.
Okay, they were.
They were. Yes, they were.
Mhm. Were they sitting around the grave of their friend?
Mm, mm, friend, I,
Okay.
I don't
Were they
listen.
sitting around the grave of their friend?
No, no, they were sitting around the grave of the dead ancestors.
Mhm. They weren't. They were sitting around the grave of the dead ancestor.
Yes,
Who were sitting around the grave?
the family, the family was sitting around the grave of the dead ancestors.
Of the dead and ancestor.
Of the dead ancestors. Yeah.
Okay. Mhm. Okay. Mm,
Mm,
and the next,
yes.
whose grave were they sitting around? Whose grave were they sitting around?
Who were, who were
Whose
grave?
grave? Họ ngồi quanh cái ngôi mộ của ai?
Ancestors.
Ancestor. Okay.
Ancestor.
Ancestor graves, right?
Ancestor graves. Yes.
Okay. Now, and the next, were they sitting around the grave of the dead ancestor or the grave of their friend?
Uh, grave of the dead ancestor. No, no grave of the friend.
Okay, of the dead ancestor. Okay. They cleaned the graves and added fresh flower. Who cleaned the grave?
Family. The families.
The family? Okay,
Yes. The family cleaned the grave and asked fresh flowers.
okay. What did they add? What did they add?
Um, they clean the grave and ask fresh flower.
Okay, what did they add? What did they add?
What did they what did they ask?
Mhm.
Fresh flower.
Fresh flower. Okay, that's right.
Yeah.
And did they add fruit?
Mm, please again.
Did they add fruit?
They ask first. At fresh.
Food. You know, food.
At food. No. They didn't. They asked fresh flower.
Okay, they add fresh flower. Okay. Mhm. What did they clean? What did they clean?
uh, the graver, they clean. Quá khứ của từ clean là gì em nhỉ?
Clean là
Vẫn
clean
là
it.
clean.
Clean it. Thêm ed
Clean it.
á. Clean it.
Okay. Clean it. Okay. They cleaned the graver
Graves.
grave.
They clean the graves. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
They clean the graves. Okay.
Yes.
Who graves did they clean?
Ancestor.
Okay. The ancestor.
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 Ancestors. They clean the grave. They clean the grave of the dead ancestor.
Okay. They clean the grave of the dead ancestor. They clean the ancestor's grave. Ancestor grave. Where did
Yeah.
they add flowers?
Um, cemetery.
Cemetery.
Cemetery. They ask fresh flower in gray of the dead ancestor in the cemetery
They added fresh flower to graves.
to gray of the dead ancestor in the cemetery.
Okay, they added fresh flower
Yeah,
to the grave, right?
to the gray.
Nào, họ thêm cái hoa vào cái ngôi mộ đúng không?
Đúng rồi, đó là vào những cái ngôi mộ.
Okay. Now, and the next. I walked through the cemetery and admired the beauty of all the colorful flowers. Where did he walk?
uh, Cemetery who they walk through the cemetery and admire the beautiful of all the colorful flowers.
Okay, of all the colorful flower.
Yeah.
And did I walk through the park? Did he walk through the park?
No, I didn't. They walk through the cemetery.
They walked through the cemetery.
Yes.
Okay. And who walked through the cemetery?
Yes.
Who walked through the cemetery?
The families.
Okay. AJ. AJ walked through
AJ.
the cemetery.
Yes, AJ walk through the cemetery.
Okay. So, did he walk through the cemetery or did he walk through the park?
Uh, they walk through the cemetery. No, they walk. No, they walk through park.
Now, did they walk through the cemetery or did they walk through the park?
Yeah. Cemetery. They walk through. Sorry. Um, did they walk through cemetery or did they walk through park đúng không? They walk through the cemetery. They didn't walk through the park.
They didn't walk through the park?
Yes.
Okay, I see. And did they admire the beauty of the tree? Did they admire the beauty of the tree?
Um, uh, the, they didn't. Uh, they didn't. They asked my the beautiful of the colorful flowers.
Okay, they admire the beauty of all the colorful flowers.
Yes.
And all right, I think that's all for today. You are so good now. I asked you a lot of questions, but you still will give me an answer immediately. Okay, good job. Congratulations.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you. Goodbye and see you.